Can I pick him? He has cheated again. Long-term relationships, more than 10 YRS, cannot quit him and I cannot trust him. I have been with G for more than 10 YRS. We meet from a Craig's ad. We hit it off. Like each other company, and after 5 YRS got married. I thought we were happy. I was. He came home every day. He had all that he said he wanted. 3 months into the marriage I find out he is dating. It started 3 days after we were married. I cried, I was angry. I couldn't believe he had time for anyone. I ended up getting the marriage annulled. He wouldn't move out. COVID hit and I couldn't force him out. We went to counseling. It helped. He moved out and we continue to work on our problems. I, like an idiot, love him. I believe in forgiveness. I believed him when he said him was sorry. He is good to me. Since then, we have gotten ready for him to move in. Then I find out. I kick him out. Last time, I was having knee replacement surgery. 4 days before surgery, he left his phone out and unlocked. There was another girl texting him. He was moving in to take care of me after surgery. I kicked him out again. I couldn't find anything help. I needed the surgery. I didn't have a driver for surgery and you can't take an Uber. I couldn't do it alone. So he came back and helped me. I was so grateful. I was scared and hurting, it was comforting to have him with me. G is very good at loving me. He is also a big liar. He is fun and kind. He is clean and helpful. I don't understand how anyone can be so good and kind and still be a big liar. I know people have many different lifestyles. I am fine with that. You want an open marriage, cool. I don't. I have asked many questions about how he sees his future. What kind of life do you want? I have told him of my past and the baggage I bring with me. Where my life is going. How I see my future. Today, I am so stupid, he left his phone out and I saw text with a woman about a blowjob. I just gave him a key to my house 2 days ago. We have a couple of trips planned. I am crushed, again. I can't believe how stupid I am. I want to go no contact. We have many things to give back. Stuff to untangle. How to move on. I keep believing he could be better. He wants the life we were sharing. Then I find it is only a part of him who wants this life. I am angry at myself for continuing to fall for the same crap. G is very good at chasing me. It is very flattering to have someone want you so much. He did such a great job taking care of me after surgery. I don't trust him. He is crushing my soul. I need help. I don't want to fall and waste any more time with him. He will come at me now with a love cannon. He will pull out all the stop to be helpful. I have no more tears. I own my house so I can't just move. Why? I wish I could understand why. I do know I am the problem. I keep opening the door for G to walk back in. Comment. The charming cheaters that we love are so hard to get out of our lives. Their survivor as a human really depends on their sweet-talking abilities to make us fall in love with them. To provide them with shelter, food, and money to travel. You've shown him that love bombing is a technique that makes you forgive and support him. I love the charmer. I finally got the strength to break it off at 10 years. I really hope you do it sooner. The fact that he's continued to leave his phone out after you've already found out that way suggests that either he doesn't take you finding out seriously, or he's trying to frog water you into accepting his cheating until you just stay around. I'm a big believer in love, but this guy, while he may know how to make you feel loved, he doesn't, because if he actually loved you he'd avoid anything that hurt you this much. What he wants is your home and you to look after him, while he chases other women, getting sexual favors from them. Have to decide to love you, more than you love him, because he's weaponizing that love against you for his own benefit. Next story 2. Need advice on what I should do. My story is long, but I'd appreciate some advice, or maybe just someone to set me straight. I caught my husband having an EA with a volunteer at his work about 2.5 years ago. I had asked him about his relationship with this woman before because I sensed something wasn't right, but you know the story, he said it was nothing. I let it go for a few weeks and then came home one evening and had the unavoidable feeling that I should check his text messages and, lo and behold, a lengthy back and forth of them using pet names with each other, talking about how much they wanted to be together, saying they loved each other, etc. I confronted him and he denied it at first but eventually caved and told me bits and pieces. He trickle-truthed me for a while, but claimed they never got physical. I don't have any evidence that they did, but I may never know the truth on that. My whole world had collapsed at that point and I honestly didn't know what to do besides demand that they stop contacting each other. I know they continued speaking for a bit, but she eventually moved to another state a few months later and, I believe, reconciled with her husband. My husband said that, while he wasn't sure if he wanted to be with me, he wanted to stay for now for our son, who was 4. I was still in shock that any of this was happening and wanted us to reconcile. He was the only guy I'd ever loved and thought we'd be together forever. Time passed and I began working on myself, going to therapy, working out, going back to school, working my job, being the best mom to my son I could be. Now it's been 2.5 years and, while things aren't great between my husband and I, they're a little better. But he still isn't romantic. We're more like roommates or friends who happen to share a son. The thing I've been struggling with for some time now is if I want to be with him anymore. This is the part where I need someone to set me straight. I've been holding on to hope that we could reconcile, but now I wonder why. He's an okay dad but not the best. I take care of almost everything, make sure the bills get paid, do most of the housework, take care of most aspects of our son's life. I'm the primary breadwinner right now, I'm going back to school to get my master's, and he just kind of exists. He just finished up a program as part of a career change and is in the process of getting a job, but I asked him if he would help out more around the house since he's only in the interview process right now and I'm working, going to school, and handling all of our son's school stuff and he hasn't increased his help at all. He does whatever he wants most of the time and barely engages when he's home. One of his friends recently asked him if he's even tried when it comes to me and he replied that he has not. He told me about this conversation afterward. So, I'm just not sure what to do. Thanks in advance for your advice. Comment. You have given him 2.5 years to fix this, sounds like he has barely tried. You gave him every chance to fix this and win you back, but he told you up front he wanted to stay for his son, but not sure if he wanted to be with you. You should have listened as he is basically a roommate or co-parent as you mentioned. If you really wanted a roomie, I'm sure there are better options that would actually do half the work. If you want a husband, it sounds like he is even less qualified for that position than roommate. I don't think marriage counseling is an option as he has shown next to no interest of wanting to be with you. He caused this and now has gone completely missing in action in the romance department. If you are at that point that you don't think this is working out, pull the plug. It's justified by not only what he did to cause this, but his actions since then. He only has himself to blame as he has stayed distant and betrayed you in the first place. He even admitted to his friend he isn't trying. He wants out, but wants you to end it so he doesn't seem like the bad guy. Talk to a lawyer and see what steps he recommends. I'm sure the attorney will want you to wait until your husband has a job so he doesn't try to pull some financial gain from you. Follow the attorney's advice and start getting your ducks in a row, but I wouldn't tell your other half until you actually present the paperwork. As little as he pays attention to you anyways, I doubt he will suspect anything coming. My husband said that, while he wasn't sure if he wanted to be with me, he wanted to stay for now for our son, who was 4. This is his comment from 2.5 years ago and not much has changed. You wanted to reconcile and did a lot of work to improve your family home, and he has done little. He said he would stay for your son as he is too lazy to do any work to improve himself. I think you should speak with an attorney to at least know your options. Some law firms will offer a free first consultation. You have now realized he will not change and is not fully in on your marriage. You will survive on your own with your son, but he will need to go back to his parents as he is probably not capable of living on his own. Sorry op. You have so much to offer a good loving partner, but that is not him. Next story 3. 22 years of marriage and got cheated on. I've never really posted on here, so I'm not sure if I'll be doing this correctly. I've been married for 22 years with this man. We have 3 kids together and the youngest child is a senior in high school now. The other 2 are in college. I found out that he was cheating on me through credit card statements, which I rarely check. Something told me to, so I did. We have been living together for so long that I had my own life of traveling and he had his work. We own a business together and the business is under my name. He just runs everything. We aren't the wealthiest, but we don't struggle financially, at least that's what I thought. I make it a priority to please him in bed once a week. I knew that was important to him. Anyhow, when I returned from Canada, things felt weird and odd. I started to snoop around the office and at paperwork. There I saw Van Cleef purchase and an apartment under his name in a different state. At first he started to tell me it was for one of his friends, but as I kept snooping around, I saw the expensive things and finally found the car with car insurance under his and the girl's name. I found another woman he cheated on and had an apartment with also. He had numerous call girls also on his text messages. All the girls he had affairs with were either prostitutes or escorts. Yes, he bought the escort girl MX5. I actually fainted and couldn't remember what exactly happened that day, and that was 4 months ago. I also found out we were in debt of close to $600K by the IRS. I have managed to move out to my hometown. It's been 2 months now and he is non-stop trying to work things out with me. I have never worked a day in my life. I got married at age 19 and I never went to college. I'm worried how I'll live by myself and I struggle to just go back to him. It's easier, but I feel like if I don't stand up for myself now, he would just continue to cheat. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Perhaps I traveled too much. I traveled every other month for a few days to a week to see my friend whom was pregnant and other friends. He is also a very busy man that didn't have time for me. This is how I kept myself busy. I don't know what to do at this point, and his birthday is coming around. Am I being too nice? Please share your thoughts. I need some good advice. Okay, so from the paper trails, the affairs started in September of 2022 and I found out about the affair in April 2023. The business is a construction business. It's not something I would be able to run myself. Yes, I can do the paperwork, but that wouldn't be of much help. I did find a lawyer before I moved out of the home. I wasn't sure if divorce was the solution, so I got the lawyer to draft me a separation agreement. He did sign off on it recently and sent it back to the lawyers. The other issue is, he's been taking Adderall from when I found out about the affair to motivate himself to work and then became addicted. I've never done drugs before, so I'm not sure what's real and what's not, but he takes it every 2 hours and when he doesn't take it he eats a load. He says it's what makes him feel better when not taking it. I'm not sure how that makes sense. So I did, however, try to work things out and gave 100% of myself after I found out about his addiction. I felt bad. But now I'm just having doubts and wondering if this is what I want or need to do. His birthday is next week. Any advice is helpful, even if it is being blunt and calling me stupid. Maybe that's what I need to hear. Comment. First of all, consult a lawyer because you need to have information about all the financials involved, and consulting an expert is much better than not knowing. Secondly, your husband has been cheating since God knows when. He is remorseful cocks, he got caught. Cheating for such a long time is not a mistake that he can rug sweep with his begging, it's a calculated move. What does he expect you to do? Stay with him? I think he has a screw loose to even think that someone would stay after such a betrayal. Now third of all, if he can have his fun why can't you? If you want to stay you might want to open the relationship up cocks he already did it on his side. Aside from all this I would advise you to kick him to the curb. Never stay with a cheater because once a cheater always a cheater. He was already hiding it well. He will become way better at hiding it, and believe me, you don't deserve that mental torture. You deserve someone who loves you and won't be a POS cheater. Be strong up and look at this as a new chapter of your life, new beginnings. Don't stay cocks of the kids or the whole family propaganda. A happy single parent is much better than a toxic household or an unhappy parent. I wish you all the best in life and stay strong and know that you deserve respect, which unfortunately he could not provide. You need to consult a lawyer and a financial advisor. You need to go to the business and learn how it is run. Cancel the credit cards and sue your husband for the money he spent on apartments and cars. You can hire a manager for your business. You need a forensic audit. And, after you do all of that, you need to divorce your husband. Hiding and worrying will not help you, and fear will not help you. This is a time where you cannot stand still and wait for your problem to resolve itself. I'm going to be blunt. Stop hiding and take control. Burying your head in the sand isn't going to help. See a lawyer, find out your situation legally before you go back and take control. You want to lose everything? Just because he ran business doesn't mean you can't too. Go back and start putting your house in order. You can do it. He wants you back because you own the business. You don't have to get back together with him, but make sure he can't use company funds for cheating and other women.